Hi, I am Tanner Melnic. I am a doctor of physical therapy here at MoveMend. I love running and I love treating runners, and I'm currently training for a marathon that I have coming up in just about 2 weeks. If you're starting to run, the best advice I could give you would be to try to develop consistent running. So what I mean by that is one of the hardest things to do is just force yourself to run, especially when you're just getting into it. So trying to develop an amount of running that you can tolerate and you feel comfortable with, but that you can do consistently is probably the most important thing to kind of getting started. I got started running just over 5 years ago now. I started in PT school, so I was looking for something to do that would keep me active, keep me fit, but that wasn't too time consuming or didn't require other people. So running seemed like the perfect thing to kind of be able to fit in whenever and wherever I needed to do it, and then kind of took off from there after I started to really enjoy it. So when I first started running, I would say I was running very short, a couple miles, maybe twice a week, something like that. And then I, rather foolishly signed up for my first marathon with almost no training before that. And that forced me to train with some mistakes along the way, for sure. And then from there, I've been consistently running and running a marathon every fall, every year. So I definitely made mistakes in my running career. I think most notably was when I was training for my first marathon. I did not have much knowledge about running at the time, and I thought it would be pretty straightforward, just kind of consistently increasing my mileage leading up to the race, and then I learned that mistake very harshly during the race, or about mile 18. I just absolutely shut down. My body just gave out on me. My legs were shot. I just sat down on the side of the road, waited 5-10 minutes, and then just walked for a couple miles and finally finished the race. But that was a learning opportunity for me, certainly, and in the years since, I've learned a lot about training programs and things like that. I learned a lot about strength training and injury as it relates to running, so kind of combining all those things. Luckily, I've been pretty injury-free in the past couple of years, in part due to some of that knowledge, but it can certainly happen to anyone. But it's good to be as on top of things as you can to try to avoid those things.